Hi everybody and welcome back. I am in a Flelbro forest. Today we're going to be working on a sequence of stretches to open through your shoulders and hips and add a spinal rotation to make your spine more strong and flexible. Let's start by taking a comfortable seated position and make sure you sit nice and tall with your hands on your knees. Start closing your eyes and take a moment here to slowly arrive on the mat. And take a deep inhale through your nose and a long exhale. Just a couple of more breaths in your own pace. Try to breathe into your abdomen so you feel the rising and the falling of your belly. And we're going to start moving the body by doing a few neck rolls. Take a big inhale and exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale. And exhale, let the head roll gently down towards the chest and back on up to the left shoulder. As you exhale, roll back to the right and inhale back to the center. And take a deep inhale, roll your shoulders up and exhale, roll it back. Inhale up through the nose, exhale, sigh out and let it go. Take an inhale and reach with your arms up and over, join your palms over your head. And exhale, lower to the heart. Inhale, lift and stretch it up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes behind the left on your right knee. And then inhale back to the center. Lift your arms and exhale, lower and twist to the left side. Inhale, lifting the arms up to the center and exhale, elbows out. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back and exhale. Pull your fists down as you open through your collarbones. Let's face the front of the mat and bring your feet flat on the ground. Bring your hands behind you, lifting your chest up. We're gonna exhale and lower the knees to the left. Look over to the right shoulder and then switching. Lower the knees to the right and look over the left shoulder. And let's find bound ankle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, close to your groins, and let the knees to fall out to the side. Keep lengthening your spine up to the crown and move your knees up and down just to get that deeper stretch through your hips. Now we are coming into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. So we're going to slide the feet forward away from the groins and lengthen first on the inhale your spine up and then exhale, lean forward and down. Relaxing your spine here without straining too much. And on the next inhale, lift your upper body and cross your shin bones. Come onto your hands and knees. Make sure your shoulders are over the wrist and the hips over the knees. And we take a few rounds cat and cow here. So inhaling, lifting your chest up, lower the belly, gaze up, and exhale, round and squeeze, tuck your tailbone, and then switching now. So let's do a few more. Moving slowly through your spine. And then maybe adding some movements. And as you open your chest, move your hips back and round, shift forward. Let's find a neutral spine and come into thread the needle pose. On your inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, lower the arm and thread under your left arm. Lower your right ear and right shoulder down to the mat. And on the inhale, lift your right arm up. You can stay here or you can take that top arm across your lower back and deepen the twist. Bring your hand down as you rise back into tabletop. And on the next inhale, lift your left arm up, gaze up. And exhale, release and thread under your right arm, lowering your left shoulder and left ear down to the mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up. To deepen the stretch, you can take that arm across your lower back and hug that hand to your left thigh. And let's release that hand down and come back to that tabletop. Keeping the knees where they are at, walk with your hands forward into a puppy pose. Extend the arms in front of you, resting your forehead and forearms on the mat. And bring your awareness to your shoulders and chest area and notice that stretch and openness in that area. And on the next exhale, push with your hands and lift your upper body. Send your hips up and back and find a downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent deeply and start to sway with your hips from side to side, finding the length in the shoulders, opening the chest towards the thighs and straightening your legs, pulling your heels down towards the mat. We're gonna inhale, lift your heels up and roll your spine forward, coming into high plank. Exhale, bend your knees, arch your back and pull your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Let's walk with the feet towards the front of the mat and find a rag doll. Bend your knees and let the chest to rest on your thighs. Take a hold of the opposite elbows and start swaying from side to side. Let your head to hang heavy. On the inhale, start rising and let your back to be heavy and rounded. Let's take a big inhale and reach with your arms up and over, and exhale, draw your hands towards the heart. Inhale, lift and stretch it up, and exhale, lean upper body towards the right side, coming into a crescent pose, and inhale back to the center line. And as you exhale, lean to the left, inhale back up. Exhale, elbows out into cactus arms. Interlace your fingers behind your back, pull your navel, open through your collarbones and look up, arching slightly the back. Exhale and put slight bend on your knees with your straight back, lean forward and down. Extend the arms up and over the head and make sure the elbows are not locked. Relax your upper body. Inhale to flat back, hands on your shin bones and lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, folding from the hips joint. And on the inhale, rise up, bring your hands over the head into upward salute. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold forward. Plant your hands, pull gently your navel in and step back with your right foot and find a runner's lunge. Lengthen and expand your chest forward, pressing out through the back heel. Exhale, drop the back knee. Sweep your arms up and lift your upper body into low lunge. Sinking your hips down on the exhale. Push that left hip back to level the hips and make sure the front knee is in line with the ankle. Pull the navel in and lengthen through your spine. You might slightly arch your back and exhale, twist to the left, spread your arms out. Inhale, lift them up and exhale, twist to the right side as you spread your arms. Twisting from your navel up to the crown, and as you inhale, come back to the center. And let's come to a gate pose. So pivot on your right knee, extend your left leg out and then lean towards that left leg. Breathing into the right side of the body and slowly releasing, framing your front foot as you lift the back knee, step back and find a downward facing dog. Push with your hands down and lift your heels up. Start rolling your spine forward into high plank. Keep your core strong and exhale, bend your elbows and lower all the way down onto the mat. And let's take a few rounds of cobra here. So hugging the elbows in, pressing with the top of the feet down to the mat and lifting your chest up. And exhale, release. Curl your toes, push with your hands and lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and out. And then inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look between your hands and step or hop forward into half bend. Hands on your shin bones, lengthen your spine and exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift, hands over the head and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, hands through the heart center, fold forward and step with your left foot back for runner's lunge. Exhaling, lowering that back knee down. And let's rise, sweep your arms up and find a low lunge. Engaging through the center, pulling those ribs in and lengthening your spine up, opening the chest. You might gaze up and arch slightly the back. Front knee over the ankle and let's exhale and twist to the right, spread your arms. Inhale, back to the center, lift your arms and exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, lifting up. and exhale, release your hands down from your front foot. Let's come into a gate pose. Pivot on your left knee and let's lean to that extended right leg, opening through the left side of the body. And exhale, moving back through the center, you're gonna step back into downward facing dog. Staying here with your breath and practicing your inward focus. Inhale and extend your right leg out behind you and find a three-leg dog. Keep your hips even and exhale, bend that knee and open the hip. Draw the knee towards the chest as you arch your back and exhale, release your foot down in between your hands, push with your front heel and rise for high lunge. Sweeping your arms up, bend your back knee and tuck your tailbone. Gaze up and maybe join your palms over the head as you slightly arch your back. Breathe out and take your hands through the heart center. Let's twist here. So take a left elbow into outer right knee. Really press through your feet and keep sending your left hip forward and right hip back. Take a deep breath in and come back to the center. Open to the left, spread your arms and find a Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, flip your palms up and exhale, release, stretch your front leg and reach your front arm forward and down to the right shin bone. Stacking your left arm on top of the right and find a triangle pose, Trikonasana. Make sure you bend from your hip joint, not from the waist. Pulling the top shoulder back to open the chest, keeping the both sides of the torso equally long. Take a breath in and come back to Warrior 2. And as you breathe out, reach with your front arm up and over, leaning backwards and find a peaceful warrior. And as you inhale, rise and exhale, right elbow to the right thigh and sweep your left arm up and over that left ear. And look up on the top hand. Keep your core strong and press firmly into the back heel. Exhale, release your left arm down and reach with your right up. Find an easy twist and try to use your core muscles instead of shoulders and neck when you twist. Exhale, drop your right hand down and let's find a pigeon pose. Lower your right shin bone down to the mat and left leg is extended neutral behind you. You want to have your hip bone square towards the front of the mat, and if that's okay for your front knee, on your exhale you can come onto your forearms and lower your torso towards the earth. And again, check with your body first before you lower your forehead all the way down to your forearms. And turn your attention inward and follow the breath as it moves in and out, finding stillness as you open and expand. On the inhale, press with your hands, lift your upper body, crawl the back toe and pull your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Now let's continue with this sequence on your left leg. Take an inhale and lift your left leg up towards the sky, find a three-leg dog. Keeping your hips even and exhale, bend the knee, open the hip and draw the knee towards the nose. Exhale, step forward, press down with your front heel and rise up, sweep your arms up, find a high lunge. Pull your lower belly in, ribs in and up. As you open through your shoulders, gaze up. Exhale, hands through the heart center. And let's find a twist on the left side. Hug your right elbow to the outer left knee. Join your palms together and bring your chest towards your thumbs. Make sure you're not collapsing onto that bottom arm, but pressing firmly. On the next full breath in, rise back to the center. And exhale, open up to the right and find a Warrior 2. And on the inhale, flip your palms up. And exhale, take them down. I'm gonna straight your front leg and exhale, lean forward and down and find the Trikonasana triangle pose. Inhale, come back to Warrior 2 and then exhale, lean backwards and find a peaceful warrior. Keeping that bend on your front knee, opening through the left side of the body. Let's come back up and find a side angle pose. Left elbow to the left thigh and sweep your right arm up. Pressing firmly into the back heel, keeping the core strong Exhale, lower your right hand down and sweep your left up and find an easy twist. Look up on your top hand and keep twisting. And with the exhale, lower the hand down and release the left shin bone to the mat and find a pigeon pose. Start squaring your hips towards the front of the mat and use blanket or yoga block under your left hip if it's not touching the mat. This way you can take some pressure off your left knee. Staying here for a couple of more breaths, reconnecting with your full breath, letting that left hip to open even more on your each exhale. On your inhale, place your hands down to the mat and lift your hips up and back and find a downward facing dog. Exhale, light hop forward, cross your shin bones and sit back into easy pose. And namaste to everyone. Feel free to continue with the flow or finish up with Savasana. Thank you so much for joining me in this gentle flow, and I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe now you feel more energized and balanced. So I see you in the next class.